Hey everybody, it's Conrad from ConradRocks.net. Rocks of Revelation being poured out to you. I'm going for a prayer walk in Goshen, Mississippi, and I wanted to talk about my thoughts on Billy Graham. Okay, I remember Billy Graham as a kid. You know, around the time of the Jesus movement. You know, that's when I remember him, and I was real young. I remember him preaching in these huge auditoriums, the Crusades, you know, big impact. And I put together a Padlet the other day. Padlet is just something where you can just drag in all sorts of stuff off the internet, tweets, Facebook posts, videos, and I'm just going to put some stuff about Billy Graham, some of his sermons, and anyway, I shared it, and people's like, oh, he's of the devil and he's a Mason. And I'm like, what? Dude, seriously? Seriously. So as I decided to dig a little bit, you know, and the Freemason thing, this comes from a photograph of a handshake. Okay. Photograph of a handshake. Okay, so, but no, he never comes out and says, I'm a Freemason. Nobody from his organization ever says Billy Graham's a Freemason. Nobody in the Freemason organization says Billy's, I mean, you know, it's some people going, well, there's that handshake. Dude, and then I see the hand signals and all. A lot of people do hand signals and they don't know what they mean. They're just saying peace, you know, which comes from victory, from World War II. V for victory, later turned into peace, you know, and a lot of people do these signs, like the hook 'em horns is the devil's sign, but hey man, it's hook 'em horns, you know, whatever. So get real, man, get real. Anyway, so whatever. Okay, and let's just say the Freemason thing. I'm like, I read some of the curses. They speak some crazy curses to be a Freemason, and I'm like, okay, I can't believe a Christian would utter that. And then something about him being with the Pope. Okay, well, dude, I mean, those of you without sin cast the first stone. I'm not saying, you know, maybe he's trying to evangelize the Pope. You know what I mean? So get the Pope saved. I don't know. But then there's some other stuff where he says he's an inclusivist or universalist, or what's the word? Ecumenical. I'm like, okay, let's look at the overwhelming evidence. And so it's one video of him with Robert Schuller, and he says in the beginning of that knowing Jesus Christ and loving Christ. That's how he prefaces it. And then 30 seconds later he says, called out of the Buddhist world, called out of the... Yeah, we're all called, man. It's not God's will that any perish, you know? And I'm like, well, man, these are people just looking for an argument. They're looking to engender strife because... if you dig, I put a video on my Facebook. I'm like, dude, he says Jesus is the only way like 50 times. There's 50 videos coming out of his own mouth. You know, and that Robert Schuller video looks a little doctored. You know, they're doctoring videos on the internet. I can tell it was edited, you know, because I edit videos. Look, I'm doing YouTube, you know. And then what was the other one? Yeah, I'm just like, wow. And you know, Bill Branham, he did fall away at the end. I mean, he got off into error. Bill Branham had a pretty powerful prophetic ministry, healing ministry, and but he did get a little weird in the latter. And to be honest, I haven't listened to Billy Graham preach for the last 30 years. Oh yeah, here's the Mormon thing. Okay, I asked somebody else. I'm like, give me some really good information why you think Billy Graham's a heretic. You know, well he took Mormonism off of the cult website. Well, if you think about that, think about it for a second. His son, which is getting involved in politics, Jesus never did get involved in politics. He didn't go, oh, Caesar's, I'm worried about Caesar, you know. And anyway, his son's all in politics, and then he gets behind Mitt Romney. So of course, Mitt Romney being a Mormon, his son probably took him off the website. Billy Graham? I don't think so. Billy Graham didn't get involved in politics. So, you know, I just wanted to bring that up, brother, because you know, there's a lot of people getting upset And I'm like, look at the evidence, man. Have you ever tried Snopes? I mean, you know, there are people sharing stuff, dude, that is blatantly wrong. That is blatantly wrong. They are trying to get the body all worked up, and it's false stuff. There's so much false stuff. I ask that before you share something and get all worked up and stuff, check the facts, man. Check the facts. And all the other stuff, it's third-party meme from a brother's, mother's, sister's, dog's, pastor's, ex-dog's owner. You know, come on, man. There's many videos of Billy Graham saying Jesus is the only way, over and over and over. And then later, I don't know what happened to him. But I'm like, look, there's guys, come on, stop sharing the BS. You know what I mean? Come on, share the stuff that's real. Anyway, I'm not really defending Billy Graham. I'm kind of saying, hey, look, do your research, man. I mean, and focus on something that's important. Rather than do your research, focus on Jesus. Focus on Jesus. Is this helping the body? Man, anyway, that's it. God bless you guys. Till we meet again, dig deeper and go higher.